Veronica. And finally, we come to our returning champion, Susan. Susan, you are Germany's most celebrated she-male, but you have never told us what you do for a living.
Well, currently I am between gigs, but in my spare time I am an amateur vivisectionist, and to relax I like to shave horses.
Hey all, welcome back. Before we get into tonight's segment, I want to express my full support for the LGBTQ plus community. First of all, everyone has a right to happiness. As it says in the preamble of our Constitution, everyone has the right for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that means your happiness. It doesn't matter who you are. If something makes you happy, do it. Plain and simple. It's not my business. It's no one else's business. If you choose to live a lifestyle, live that lifestyle. If you choose not to, then don't. If you are an atheist, you're free to not believe. Same as Christians. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to talk about the current, advertising debacle by Anheuser-Busch. Recently, they actually chose a very divisive individual to be the face of an ad campaign for Budlight, Dylan Mulvaney. Now, I know that in the social circles, on the internet, media, he is a very popular individual. And I say he for a reason. And that reason is he's a fraud. Now, that's just my opinion. And the reason I say that is I've seen multiple clips of his antics, his so-called personality, and it's actually offensive. I find it offensive to women, for women. I find it offensive for the trans community. Because this man is supposed to be a representation of someone from the trans community. And what I'm going to do for you today is I'm actually going to play you a clip of just one of his various little TikToks or shorts, whatever you want to call it. And understand that this individual is now the face of Bud Light. Now, I have nothing against Bud Light, using someone from the trans community or the LGBTQ plus community for an advertising campaign. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I mean, because like I said, everyone is entitled. If you would like a beer, it doesn't matter the brand. Drink a beer. Have some whiskey, a liqueur, whatever you desire, as long as you're 21. Now, this is what's offensive. I'm going to set this up here, and I want you guys to watch this. And girls, whatever you want to call yourself, I don't care. But check this out. This is a representation of someone in the trans community. And this is what corporate America and your government look to as trans positivity. This guy is an insult to women and the trans community and the LGBTQ plus community.
Day 66, being a girl, and today I'm in nature. Trees, I love them. Water, lakes, I love them. Heels, they're my hiking heels. I love them. Okay, come on. Bridges, love them. Coconut water, love it. Not an ad, just love it. Wind turbine, love it. Meadows, love them. Scared of getting Lyme disease. Love ya. Oh. You can see that. Gotta get out of here. Love ya. Day 66.
It's obvious that there is something seriously wrong mentally with this person. Now, I'm no doctor. I'm not a psychologist, but I have common sense. All of his content is to that extreme. When he took audience with Joe Biden, it was to that kind of extreme. If that is a representation of the LGBTQ plus community and the trans community, if I was them, I would be ashamed. That is offensive to women. Hiking heels? Really? Now, like I said, I have absolutely nothing against the community. In fact, for a while there, I actually lived with 2 lesbians. And it was a very fun time. They were great friends. And I hung out with all their friends. And we always had a fun time whenever we would hang out. Never an issue. They accepted me for me being a straight white male. And of course, I accepted them for being part of the LGBTQ plus community. It didn't matter. All that mattered is we were together and we bonded. We were good. They were good people. We were good to each other. And that's what mattered. That person that you see there representing Anheuser-Busch and Budlight, that is a sick person. It's either they're knowingly doing this and trolling the community and our local politicians and all of our politicians because they're buying into it. Because they look at it as him being a face of the trans community. I don't buy it. It's too staged. It's too extreme. You're going to tell me that every trans person acts that way? Every gay or lesbian, man or woman is flamboyantly or butch? I don't think so. That's wrong. That is a sick person. But if that's who Anheuser-Busch wants to use as a face for one of their beers, that's fine. But like I said, everyone is entitled to have a drink. I mean, I enjoy a beer every once in a while, especially when it's nice and cold. Now, I know there's many of you out there that are offended by that. And, I don't know your reasons why, but I expressed mine. It has nothing to do with, the trans community or the LGBTQ plus community advertising for alcoholic beverages. Like I said, everyone's got a right to them. My issue is with the person. That is not right. Now, for those of you that have actually chosen to boycott Bud Light, there's more to Bud Light than just Budweiser. They're owned by Anheuser-Busch. And they are an umbrella company for multiple beers. If you're going to boycott Bud Light, you have to boycott multiple beers. And I'm not telling you to do it, but I do have a list of those beers that are under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella. So if you choose whatever you wish to do with this information. I am not telling you to do it. So if you want to make a list, make a list. I'm about to read off the beers actually covered under Anheuser-Busch. All right. It starts off with Budweiser, of course, and Bud Light. They also are they also control Kona Brewing, Mick Ultra, Stella Artois. Unfortunately, because that is a delicious beer. Estella Jalisco, Busch Beer, Natural Light. Land Shark, Presidente, Hogan Garden, Shock Top, 10 Barrel Brewing Company, A&B Brewing Company, Blue Point. We're going to go B&B Brewing because I can't read it. It's too small. I have really bad eyes and I'm old. Okay, Cisco Brewing, D&B Brewing, Elysian, and of course, Four Peaks Brewing, Golden Road, Goose Island, Carbach, Omission, Platform, Red Hook, Square Mile versus Sir, Virtue Cider, why am I not surprised? Wicked Weed, Widmer Brothers, Winwood, Babe, Cutwater, Ritas, Highball, and Neutral. So yeah. So that is who Bud Light has chosen to make the face of their beer for the time being. And like I said, I'm offended for women, I'm offended for the trans community, and I am offended for the LGBTQ plus community. Because I know that is not a representation of those community and those people. I know it firsthand. And it's sad that corporate America and our politicians actually buy into that crap. That is how far they will go to virtue signal for you, or for those communities, or for the far left. So it's your choice. I'm not going to tell you what to drink. Me, personally, I don't drink Anheuser-Busch products. Me, I'm a Coors Light guy, or a Coors. And if there's a good microbrew, I'll drink that. So, but like I said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with, a corporation going to a community and finding a representative for that community. But a legitimate representation. Not that. That is a joke. You are being trolled if you're on the left. And if you actually buy into that, you are being trolled. He is trolling you, and he is using your virtue signaling asses to make money. And by giving him those views, even just here, bringing him up tonight, he's making money. He's making money. That ad campaign has gotten him out there even more. And I would not be surprised if you see Dylan actually even more products. From recently, from what I understand, he actually is representing, think about this, ladies. He represents Nike women. Nike women. Well, if you want to do it right, send a man to do the job, right? Yeah, Nike women. Dylan Mulvaney, representative. He's also representing Jack Daniels. Yes. No, I take that back. It is not Jack Daniels. It is not Jack Daniels. I correct myself. I got it mixed up with RuPaul. Now, RuPaul, is a sponsor for Jack Daniels and their drag racing. They did a sponsor for it. Nothing against it. Absolutely nothing against it. You know why? Because RuPaul has been an icon in the trans community for decades. Openly. No issue. You don't see her, going crazy like that I just showed you. She is a well thought together individual who is exercising her freedoms. That is crazy. The other guy, Dylan Mulvaney, is freaking crazy in my position, in my consideration. If you think that's normal for the trans community or the LGBTQ community, there's something wrong with you. Because that's not how it is. But like I said, those are the beers. Those are the other products that he is actually representing on behalf of women and the trans community and the LGBTQ plus community. If you want to fall for that, go right ahead. So, but if you're going to support somebody who is actually from that community and actually partake and drink, Jack Daniels. Now, I don't drink whiskey, but I'm just letting you guys know. You folks know. But that's just me. So I just had to say something because after I saw that a couple days ago, I knew I was going to do a segment on this. And from what I know it's a very touchy subject. I have plenty of friends that actually support the communities. And some of them are so far beyond left, they can't see outside of their tunnel vision. And you try to explain to them, you try to present them facts, you show them. But it's like talking to a wall. It's like yelling through a closed door. You know they can hear you, but they can't understand you because they refuse to see it or they refuse to hear it. That ad campaign is a joke. You are being trolled. That's my opinion, folks. Take it or leave it. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just here expressing my opinion. And like I say, I fully support the LGBTQ plus community. The trans community, go right away. You're adults. You have every right to do what you do. I have no say in it. But my disagreement is with that craziness. That is not normal. Hiking heels. Hiking heels. Come on. It's a joke.